Shalom. Part two of the teachings here on the preachers, the patriarchs of righteousness, which the word righteousness is the word Zodok. And as we continue on into this study and this video teaching, I just want to kind of step back for a second, finish watching the first one, and back up to what the word Shem was, Zodok, priest. And the word Shem is the word for the name. And the Hebrew word name, Shem, is the letter Shin, which means destroy, and the Mem, which is for water and blood. So the Hebrews, in their Zodok meanings of their names, like as for Shem, his father named him Noach, named him Shem, because the Hebrews were named according to their characters. And so if we understand that Shem, by the letters in his name, he already knew his purpose. Maybe not exactly how, but recorded in his name, he knew there was a purpose in destroying some things through the blood and water, and pertaining especially through salvation. But to get into the understanding of what the word Shem really means is when Noach's ark rested, Shem traveled south, and he ended up going and settling in Yahushalam, Yashriel. And Shem's name being the word for name in the Hebraic, in Hebrew, he put the name Yahusha, Yahuwah, in Yashriel, Yahushalam. This was also where Yahushua was on the top, was crucified and pierced and shed blood, and destroyed sin once and for all. Now, don't think for a moment that sin has been destroyed. And what he did is he became a doorway for us to enter through his covenant out of sin. So all the Christianity preachers and all the preachers saying that once forgiven, always forgiven, you're a liar. I used to preach that. I lied too. How you like that? Well, as a righteous man, I know when, where, and how more appropriately to repent. I'm not going to make excuses for me and live a certain way and not tell you. You see, if I'm hiding this just for myself, it don't do me no good. Because if I'm supposed to love my brother as I love myself, I'm going to teach you the emet. And I'm going to tell you what it took for me is what it takes for you. And if I try to find an easier and better way for me, then I'm lying. And I'm lying to you about it and everyone else that you go and tell. And I'm held accountable. So we see the word Shem, and he put his name, and he went and lived in that name where Yahusha came to deliver us. And Yahusha being the doorway and the dalit of righteousness. He's the Zodok. He's the high priest. He is our priest. But let's continue a little further. It says Noach's son's name was Shem, and name is to continue the teaching of Yahushua, name after the flood for the Zodok's sake. For the Zodok's sake. Now let's get into a little bit of what the word Zodok means. It means to justify, righteousness, justice, righteousness. It means a virtue. See, when Yahushua was speaking, he said, "My virtue flows." When the woman touched the hem of the garment, let me tell you something. When she touched the hem of the garment, she was an unclean, and nothing other than Yahushua can take our uncleanness. Nothing can take. And it means to cleanse, to clear, to turn to righteousness, to be lawful. This is in the Strong's Concordance of 6666. And mishpat, it means judgment. And judgment, let me make some things clear on judgment. You better judge. You better judge yourself, and you better judge others. You better judge the Dabar. You better judge everything you do. Everything has to be judged, and you have every right to judge it. Because what the word judge is doing is you're making a decision. Am I going to be involved or not? If you're doing something wrong and you're around me, I'm going to judge you for it. I may not condemn you for it, but I'm going to judge myself. Am I going to get involved or not? And then I'm going to apply that judgment to myself, and either I'm going to get involved or I'm going to step back. What you do is your own business. I really could care less if that's what kind of attitude that you have. I'll still be your friend. I still can be around you. But I'm not going to get involved in the things that you're doing. I can sit back and watch you do it. It may even hurt my feelings. I may live 20 years watching people do things they shouldn't, knowing the Zodok. But it's up to you to do it. I can't do it for you. And you can't do it for me. So it means judgment, to make a decision. It's what we are. We make a decision. Are we going to get in the Dabar properly? Is it Zodok? Or are we not going to? Okay. Now it's a priestly justification. It says here that the role of a priest in the administration of justice was very extensive. First of all, it was their responsibility to teach the Torah instructions. There was many Zodok priests before Moshe was reinstituted with the Torah. Think about that. Torah already existed. It had already been in place. Moshe was just reinstituted, reintroduced to get back to ancient ways. It's the laws of the Zeknim, which means elders. It says, and of the Levi, he said, they shall teach Yokub your judgments, and Yashriel your law, your Torah. And that's in Deuteronomy 33:8. It says the priests were the authentic interpreters, not translators, not transliterators, interpreters of the Torah, the law, the judgments. And it says that they judged all strictly religions and matters. And they intervened in civil cases, at least when these involved some religions, the laws, or religious producers. So, when we study this far back, there is lots of other false doctrines, false religions, and they were judging them and making a decision. Am I going to get involved or am I not? Am I in one? Am I going to get out? Let's see what the word priest is. The word Khan. And the first time that you read about the word priest in your scriptures is Genesis 14:18, and it comes from the word Khan, and it's 34:47 in concordance. It says one reference given in concordance. There's only one reference of the word Khan is given in the concordance. One reference out of all the words. It doesn't have any more root. It doesn't have any offsprings. It's one word, and there's no more, and it goes no further. And it is the word Khan. And a priest is Zodak. A real priest. Not no Catholic Trinity doctrine line, J name, earth pig stuff. I ain't into that. Done got out of it. Let me tell you, it's right here in this. It's right here. It's right here in these studies. This is what it is. One. We're oneness. Khan, it says to meditate in service or to be served of Yahuwah or Yahusha. To officiate as a priest, to do the office of execute, the minister to the Gama, which is the messenger. And it says a messenger is the camel. It's the third letter. It's Yahusha. Offices of a priest. He's a layman. He's a chief. He's a ruler. He's his own. He's a priest, a prince, and an officer. And Kana, which is Quaf, hey, none, hey. Well, in picture language, I told you in the last studies there's a double portion in some things. And we find here we got a double hey in it, which is a double revealing and a double behold, a double portion. And it means priesthood, because priests raise their sons in priesthood through lineage. It's an ongoing event, a double portion, a reoccurring, just like Noach and Shem. Shem and his descendants. And it's Kana, it's a priesthood, okay? It means a lineage, as pressed in turning, Zayar. It's the word Zayar, 6735. In turning, also a throw. It's a physical or mental pressure as a herald or an errand, as someone that runs errands. Remember, Yahusha said, go follow the man with the pitcher of water. And they said, well, where do we do all this? And he was giving them an errand, and they were running an errand for him when he was setting up for the Last Supper. Yeah, they were running errands for him. And that's because they were Zodaks. They were the Zayars, the Zain, which is sword, the hand, the Yud of the first, the Resh of Yahusha, the Zahar. They were running an errand for Zahar, as Zahar. Yes. And it says they were a doer, and they were constrained by the principal ambassador, that are a hinge, the word wall, the hinge, the nail that's fastened. They were fastened to his instructions, the Zahar. It means messenger. It means pain and sorrow. These are all the things that they felt when Yahusha was on the cross, and he was arrested, and he was hung and hinged up there on the tall. And this is a form of beauty, Yafa. I use Yafa a lot, and if you don't understand what Yafa is, well, it's not for you to know, but I use the word to someone else quite a bit, and many times a day, most likely, but you won't hardly ever see me probably calling you Yafa, because that's what I have for someone else. But as if pressed out, carved, hence, idolatrous, an image of beauty, an idol. And Zel, it means shade. It means shadow. It means to pray and hovering over. Remember the cloud and Moshe, and he was covered with a cloud, and he was covered. These are all things that the scriptures are showing us now by these words, the events that happened with Moshe taking Yashrael out of Egypt. Shalom Torah. This was lesson number 2.